Hello, fight fans! I know you guys are ready and you got your pom poms ready. We are here to introduce the Zelda 2 Rando Community's Max Rando Tournament. This is the grand finals between Patrick and traiLZ. Woo, I know you guys can't wait to see what happens. And let me tell you, who better to host this than Star? We have Star here, very special guest, and we have on tracking, we have the great one, Royale with Cheese. So make sure that you guys keep your eyes peeled because we're about to have some fun and have a party. Okay?
Yes,
So, Star, take it away.
Hey everyone, glad to see you all. It's time for some fun. We've got ourselves to the grand finals here. traiLZ is looking to get his title back, having lost it to RCS last year. Patrick is looking to add another trophies to his collection, quite literally, because Patrick is also our resident community trophy maker. Has a handy, nifty 3D printer that he makes trophies with. So we'll see who takes this one home. Will
All
Patrick be able
right.
to keep it in his house, or will he be mailing one off to traiLZ in a week or two? We'll have to see. But we'll be off here shortly. Do you want to tell us what mode we've gotten ourselves clunked with today?
Wow. Those who are with me and the Chicken Squad, you guys are gonna love this because we are talking 100% long GP.
Yep, it is a long GP classic today. Should be fun. Are we still on
Absolutely.
the countdown scene? Oh, come on.
No, I put it
Switching
on the right
now?
one.
Doesn't look like it. Might be the thing being stupid. We'll be switching immediately. I might be noted being stupid. We'll be swapping as soon as I can pull OBS up on that end. In the meantime, though, Krista, want to tell us what they started with today? Tech
Okay,
issues,
fight.
apologies.
I know that we are going to have reflect. Right now, it's not castable. Unfortunately, my beloved fight fans, they do have 6 heart containers. I know I've disappointed you. 4 magic containers with the River Devil's best friend, the cross, and the magic key. So there's any key. That's absolutely fantabulous.
Yep,
Bad
it
for
is.
us, but we love it anyway because at least the runners will be lured into a, kind of false sense of security. And that's when the seed is going to work. Yes, I have that faith.
And yes, this is a 5-gemmer today. Start with 5 lives, 5 gems, 6 hearts, reflect, flute, cross, and the any key. No upstab, no downstab. Should be a fun one. Apparently traiLZ's cropping may be slightly borked. I'll fix that for you, Krista.
You know what?
I got a funky map.
I fixed it 5 times already. Ay, marón. Let's see. We are on it, guys. I will do.
It's fixed now, as we get a glove off Stonehenge here, and it looks like we've got a vanilla-like blast today. P4 not too far from start, got a rather, pumpkin orange here. Slightly more like a bright orange on traiLZ's side.
Yeah, I see it as bright orange on traiLZ's side, but on Patrick's side, it looks more towards brown. So you guys can totally. Oh, yeah. Let me update the chims.
Here's a very, very fast Karok for traiLZ. Goes down the elevator, he's found the Karok. This is a really stupidly narrow path on the southernmost coast here for Patrick, leading to a cave and quite possibly to the southeastern corner of the continent by the looks of it. No, that is actually just the edge of the continent. Go figure. Maps gonna be maps. Oh. Broke something else with traiLZ's cropping, though.
Well,
Yeah,
Patrick has taken a death in one of the caves. I guess that wonderful item known as the candle would be nice so you can see what's killing you.
it might be here, as traiLZ has just found a glove block here in P4, and then remembers, oh wait, I just found the glove. What am I doing? I can move.
Okay. Yes, I
Patrick
know.
probably wanted an extra level or two before dipping into P4. I'm also not sure if Reflect's castable yet for him. It was evidently castable for traiLZ at Magic 3. I'm not sure if it is at Magic 1. traiLZ is currently digging this place for the item. Patrick is about to find a different item here in this cave, which turns out to be a pea bag. Womp womp. Okay, traiLZ had Reflect castable on Magic 2, thank you. Yeah, Vanilla Lake West. It looks like we're starting in the southwestern part of the continent, or middle of the southwest. There's a raft tile. It looks like just north of, about in the middle of the western continent there, or middle of West Shore.
Okay.
And there's GP. And Rudo right by GP. Life in there today. Not gonna bother finding out where that trophy is. This is a 5 life seed, so very, very generous as we find P1 just north of GP. Patrick's saying to not check that just yet. Cave to Death Mountain by P1.
Yeah, that Rebo looks really interesting. It looks like he's riding a shark to glory.
Yes, the glories of glitchy glitchy mini-boss Reapanax in, Community Room Shuffle.
Aw, poor Sharky. He went out to the sea to go free willy. Oh man, that is just a sad thing to see.
P4 is a P1, sorry, a very nice forest green here on Patrick's side. Okay, here's Magic 2. That will make Reflect castable for Patrick. And traiLZ taking it slow with this Reapanax. And takes a death anyhow. Ouch.
Yeah, you hate to see when it happens.
Indeed. It is a 5-gemmer. I goofed earlier in reading the item screen. It is a 5-gem seed, so they'll need to do pretty much everything. We're going nowhere fast today between this being a 5-gemmer and this being a long GP seed. They do have a decent number. We do already have the glove, and they started with Reflect and any key, which is good. But vanilla-like the biomes can have their trolls. Who knows where Fairy is? Who knows what the East looks like? Could take a bit.
Yeah, and see, you know, that's the one thing traiLZ was really hoping for, to be honest, was a very long seed. He didn't want a 0-gem or something fast. You know, he said that this is the grand finals. I need to have the hardest thing you can think of. Of course,
you gave them about half of it. You did give them a 5-gemmer long GP. The rest of it's a bit nicer.
No, we needed to nerf the boots. We needed nerf boots. We needed, you know, island biome with nerf boots would be fantabulous, you know, where they have to walk the bridge for everything. And then swipe out the any key. And then we just, you know, you have a good time with it.
Here's attack 4 for Patrick, taking down Horsehead quite easily. traiLZ, on the other hand, is having a really bad day with Rebo Shark, taking death number 2. traiLZ, dude, it's Grand Finals.
You know
Maybe.
what? You know what? I think he probably watched The Little Mermaid and he doesn't want to hurt the sea folk. I think that's what it is. It's basically I just want to come, be nice to the fishies, and then what happens? Rebo rides a shark. And then traiLZ's whole demeanor is changed, That's why he's not aiming for anything. Yes, we can call him Steamboat Willie. Yes, we will make sure to do that.
Alright, that's a raft on Patrick's side. In other news, that is a very good find, since that is going to give them access to that raft tile that Patrick caught a glimpse of earlier not far from GP in the middle of the western coast.
Yes. Meanwhile, we have Link versus Rebo. And not even the real Rebo.
Medicine now for Patrick. Nice find. We haven't even found Mito yet, but if I were to get medicine then Mito, then the other way around. traiLZ finally takes that Rebo shark down. Maybe. There we go. Third tries a try.
Yes, you gotta be happy for the little things. And yes, Fintown, this is the best of 3.
And this is a true best of 3. There is no advantage for starting in the winner's bracket.
And for those who are excited, it was a pee bag.
Just a pee bag. Oh, that feels bad. Having tried Rebo for just a pee bag. Not what he wanted to see. At least it was 1700 experience and the whole thing. Who picked these flags? Krista here was the one who picked those flags. Alright, Krista was at least the one who put the command in.
Yeah, I done goofed. I done goofed. Oh man, I put jackpot bags. Oh, I'm failing.
It's yeah.
Yeah, but how am I supposed to report to Ganon that, I make these seeds, which means he'll never be, coming forth? Oh, poor Ganon.
Sorry, in Shield North Middle here, it looks like. I think or Northwest-ish, it's interesting, because I think we're blocked off from the easternmost part of the west. I don't think we've caught sight of Mito yet, and I think there's a little bit past that. On the other side of the mountains, visible from the cave where we found that medicine, but something's up. Mito hasn't appeared. Go east to
Mito was actually on traiLZ's side. And it offers the spell, so medicine gives the spell.
I may have just gotten lost then. What's new?
So you just, you just say, I'm going to New Kasuto. When I find it, of course. But, New Kasuto will be a thing once parameters are set.
Yeah, but... okay then, in which case, never mind. Star got lost again. What's new?
Yes. traiLZ found a very mean Kokiri. That big bully who bullied him in Ocarina of Time. So yeah, he did. And
yes, this overall looks awful. And okay, I'm wrong. That's actually just a regular bridge tile. I thought it might have been a raft, but nope, that's a regular bridge tile. Map Rando is being Map Rando, and my sense of direction is as awful as ever. But I think it's looking like our only way off the west is Death Mountain.
Hey, for those who know me and know me well, that means that both of our runners will be getting that world famous I went to Death Mountain and all I got was a very bad t-shirt. Oh, we love it, guys. The only thing that's missing...
They will get a bit more than just a t-shirt. They will get a Continental connector, but they're still digging Death Mountain.
Yes! I think, we should make a rando where we expand and double the size of Death Mountain. Which I think will probably be mean to the runners, but it would be hilarious for us in chat. And we have traiLZ, who's getting the free fairy spell, so that's a good thing.
But yeah, we've got a funky map today. It's a vanilla-like, but it feels almost like a canyon because there's so much water down this entire middle of the map. It's kind of funny. And also kind of bad for the runners today. This is not a fun map.
No, it isn't. Imagine if we had Nerf boots and then everything. It would be absolutely fantabulous for our chat. And I think, because chat, they love... No, it's not, but maybe I can, put some extra caves in there. And yes, nerfed boots is what we need, Royale.
Yeah, this whole southwesternmost part of the map here for Patrick, which is really seriously blocked off with only one teeny tiny land bridge to cross to get here, is completely useless. Patrick looking for Mita when getting nothing but enemies. But yeah, this is an entertainingly funky western map as traiLZ heads into P1. Not a friendly one. The vanilla-like biome definitely showing off how it can suck. That's the south middle part of the map, gets you absolutely nowhere, Patrick. What a classic.
We couldn't ask for anything better. It's the grand finals. We can't give them something too easy. We have to give our runners a challenge. So that way everybody in the chat knows that these are the best of the best. And I think...
Oh, absolutely. This is a P4 dig now here for Patrick.
Even though I think personally we should have had one heart container just to add some extra spice to it, The funner, the better. And I think chat would agree. They would shake their one heart container pom-poms if they thought they could. But it's amazing. And now Patrick is going up against Carrick.
Yep. Today's pom-poms, as a side note, were zeroing spicy chickens making bluebird spicy waffles to throw at Link. Pom-poms today.
Well, yeah. I'm looking at the divergence in terms of leveling, with traiLZ focusing more on survivability by going to life 5. But that attack 3 is probably gonna hurt. And we also
that's a
have
hammering one. Patrick is going to go get a bit more experience before getting that level so that he can do power leveling here.
Yes, absolutely. If you can double level, go for it. You can't expect anything better.
And this is a pretty decent spot for it. I was hoping that Reba that Karak would be enough, but unfortunately Karak being 40 points short. Womp womp. So that
because Carrick needs to get good, when
also,
you have the higher
he's 1 point short. That's just rude, game.
That is rude.
Okay, so does need this next level, which making a death. Thankfully, still has a bunch of lives left. But yeah, he is now that 8 looks a lot like a 0. He is now 61 points short of the next one, but that shouldn't be too bad. Just want to stay close to the main elevator shafts to get back to Karak easily. This is not the most fun trio of enemies to fight.
That was death.
Yep.
The minute you go in there, that's like if you're at a rave and you jump into the crowd and they move. So you miss and you fall flat. And unfortunately, that is what happened with these very, very mean iron knuckles. Oi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a loop, I think, to the bottom of an elevator trail saw earlier. Hopefully Patrick remembers where he's going, because I get lost very fast here.
Ooh, Star, we are one step closer to getting Trez to do that no logic, with Deadite Lord giving us a tier 1 subscription.
Thanks for
Awesome,
the
thank you
sub!
so much.
Yep. Okay, here's all our set for trails. Patrick is going to just backtrack to the main elevator shaft to get back around, and find his way back to Karok for that gem. That is unfortunately not a loop back to the main elevator, the first elevator shaft. So yeah, I think Shell still has some overworld exploration left. Patrick might look for the item here in 4, but they're both going to realize eventually that they have to do Death Mountain for that continental connector because there's nothing else to do on the west. At least I'm fairly sure there's nothing to do on the west. I could be wrong since I lost track of Nito, it seems. But I believe our only way off is Death Mountain, so they'll eventually need to figure out how to go through that. And that hammer might be good for trails if there's something recorded in Spectacle Rock. If it's a P-bag, oh for me, but if that is, for example, the boots, that could be big.
Yeah, and this was very smart on Patrick's side not to sink too much time into P4 because of the fact that P4 did have that P bag. Granted, it was 1700, but totally not worth the dig and having to deal with Rebo surfing on a shark. So,
Also,
I
I am wrong. There's Beto and the raft tile next to it. I definitely got lost.
Yes, Slamu, I know he doesn't know that, but it was, God tier routing. That's what we call it in the Link to the Past community. Yes. And we have the raft now.
Patrick going to pick up Downstab here, as well as the spell I expect, having found the medicine earlier. And he is going to get off the west at this point. He's cleared most of the items. He doesn't really feel like doing much of anything else here. Time to go east and see what's over there. Or go over the raft hell and see what's there. We don't know if it's the east. Could be Maze Island, could be another Death Mountain connector. That would be rude as Trails gets his medicine.
I'm all for it not going to the east. And it would be nice if there was, just some way for the raft tile to be extra trolly. Like I said.
It could dead end them into a remote corner of Death Mountain. I think it's a mountainous, but I think it's on the mountainous variant, not sure which. So they could get kind of dead ended in Death Mountain without a pair of boots.
Yes. I still say we should have gone with Nerf boots, but we can't have everything, because Nerf boots would be absolutely hilarious in this seed. And
yeah, Death Mountain, Dark Mountain. Oh. Vanilla Shuffled East.
Really?
Okay, game. Okay.
I'm like
River Devil does exist, but unfortunately they started with the flute, so kind of pointless there. P3 here in the Cave 5 location. Or P3 or 6 in the Cave 5 location, I'm not sure which this is.
Well, I'm proud that my River Devil made an appearance. To those in chat going, yuck. The River Devil, he will have his moment, guys. He will have his moment, I promise you. The River Devil will show why he is the greatest character in Zelda 2. So, don't sleep on the River Devil. That's my promise.
Also, this is one of the darkest shades of purple I've seen in a while. It's not black. It's very close, but it's not quite black. It's a very, very dark reddish purple here.
Really? I saw like black cherry.
Black cherry is probably the best word for it, actually. I was trying to think of what would be the best term for this really dark shade. The only reason you can tell it's not, just brown is because the blocks are slightly reddish. Usually blocks are a few shades paler than the background color. It's the only way I can tell that it's actually a dark reddish purple instead of just straight up dark brown.
Mm-hmm. And
I would agree with you, black cherry is probably the best word for this color here.
And chat, You guys are just wonderful. New Kasuto holding thunder.
And
Oh,
zeroing, I thought Mao was far paler in color, more of a pink, light pinkish purple.
child lock too.
Hey, it's possible. We don't have thunder, and this is a long GP. T-Bird very well could find his way.
It. Wait. For chat to agree with me on a color, for anyone to agree with me on a color, I don't know. I should start celebrating, give an acceptance speech because this is like a major award for the people that always make fun of me.
Magic 4 for Patrick, may as well. He's been pretty generous, so even with pseudo power leveling, Patrick's been able to get a pretty good amount.
Oh, I am so proud of chat that they want to toss the child under grandma, say grandma's babysitting the child, and the child leads to thunder, and you need 7 magic containers to open grandma. Oh, you guys are wonderful. I adore chat. You guys are great.
On a different note, this is feeling like a P6 in terms of length, at least. Patrick's been in here for a good few minutes, and we had just saw the item, which was just a B-bag. Womp womp. No windows, no boss. Oh,
Yep.
never mind, it is P3. Never mind, thank you to Royale for catching the windows, because I missed it earlier.
Yeah, it was
a
it
long
was
P3 at that, because we haven't gotten out of it yet.
Well, considering it's P3 and Rebo Shark was already, giving people a problem, what better palace to give them a problem than Rebo's palace? You gotta love it.
Yeah, because traiLZ did have some serious problems with the Rebo Shark earlier.
Yes. We now know traiLZ's true weakness. It is a shark riding Rebo. Most people have kryptonite. traiLZ has a shark surfing Rebo. Only in Zelda 2, guys. Only in Zelda 2. I know P3 Rebo's not on a shark, but, Horsey has the eye of the tiger and the fierceness of the shark. So there you go, We can make anything happen with hopes and dreams.
Have a pogo stick, thanks. traiLZ does indeed now have a pogo stick. Getting downstab in Mido.
Yep.
Kind of behind Patrick here in general Western exploration. Dying twice to that Rebo definitely didn't help anything, but does have that hammer, which might end up being a major factor later on. Currently, though, Patrick is beating up this Rebonak. Downstab being helpful, Rebo being a little trolly.
Rebo did absolutely no damage on that hit. Oh my goodness!
Life 5 is doing really well, apparently, or something, because that was stupid.
Because normally you catch a fist to the face, it's gonna take some of your life, but look at that, only took out like a wee itty bitty bit. It's like, Rebo Jr. It wasn't even Papa Rebo. It was Baby Rebo. Oh. Yeah.
Alright, so how bad is this particular flavor of Vanilla Shuffled East? Because Vanilla Shuffle can get a little stupid sometimes. No boots and no hammer can at times get a bit messy. This is a sunken P-back cave, so... And we did see a palace at the southern end of the other cave, north of here, just north of here, so we'll need a different way up north in a little while. How we're getting there, good question, but we'll need to get there.
Absolutely. And we do have...
Oh, magic jar from traiLZ.
Magic container. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
And a magic jar for Patrick. I'm not sure how Patrick missed this magic jar in the West earlier, but apparently he did, because he only, that was his 5th in the East there. Unless I got lost, because that, No, that was actually no. Trails just got east. Same magic jar at the same time, and I am a scatterbrain. This is a bridge to nowhere, to Maze Island,
Hey,
actually.
we have Maze Island. So now it's time to play Heidi Go Seek. Where have you hidden? And I guess Trail said no. No Maze Island for Trails. Aw, man. And then we do see the River Devil standing vigilant, guarding. And now we are going into...
Patrick has just found his way to the Valley of Death. Always interesting to find in Vanilla Shuffled Easts. That is not a desert tile, but is a nice one-up. Vanilla Shuffled East can be funny to get to Valley of Death, because there are actually multiple segments to the valley, and finding your way to various parts of them can get a little fun. There is a town up where GP usually is, and Rooney is also buried in here. Jump today, so child's not required for that.
Oh well, sorry Chad, I know you guys were hoping that Grandma had the child. Oh man. Next time!
Well, she can still have the child, it just won't be required.
Yeah, but that's no fun. I think Chat wanted to see the Wilson encounters. Oh, no. I broke my concentration.
Rest up, you idiot. Well, thanks. Thanks for the advice. Patrick getting up stab there, and then we'll see what's what's in the southern part of this section of the valley. Trill's digging this 3 now.
Yes, and
Patrick
having a focus does help.
Yes, it does.
But you know what would help more for Trails right now? With all those red jars? Life!
Yep, and child in the maze, so Patrick knows where not to dig. If you need some boots later, for instance, that can be some useful information. He doesn't particularly need to jump. He does, though knowing where the child is good for not going places sometimes. Would have been better if it told him it was in a palace so he could skip the palace's item, but so's life. Alright, let's at the other end here. A way out. Nice.
I agree, Serious Cat. Upstab is the 3rd best stab. It doesn't even qualify to be the 2nd. I agree. And that is until you get to GP and you have an upstab blocked room, then it comes in handy for you.
Looks like Patrick bypassed that River Devil completely, finding Old Kasuto on the River Devil Road and a cave to... somewhere.
Oh, my poor River Devil doesn't get any attention again. Oh, man. Let's see.
Patrick Trill's choosing to take an up A in P3. Oh, well, I guess that's one way to Buru here, sorry. Having fire in the northern end of the valley. I am a little confused why Patrick didn't bother picking it up. So, it does tell us that New Kasuto has our Thunder spell today. I'm just not sure why Patrick skipped Fire. Oh, Fire is Reflect. That makes sense. They don't need Fire connected to Reflect. It doesn't do a whole lot of anything. Not worth the hike. Makes sense. Thanks, chat, for catching that, because I did miss that earlier.
Yeah. Even though, you know, if it wasn't a race, you know, where quickest time matters, you know, you just get fire anyway. That way you have a prettier form of Reflect that, you know, tosses a fireball. And, you know, just do it for the aesthetic. There you go.
Alright, so Patrick's gonna explore the southeastern part of the east now. Trails is gonna be in P3 for a while. This is a pretty long 3. There's the water tiled. Can't get it yet due to a lack of boots. they don't need much in the way of items at this point, really. Primarily just figuring out where are those palaces. There's a pea bag. Where are the palaces? And how do I... And, where is that new casino, I think, are the two big things at this point, is placing 2 more gems, getting Thunder, and then going off the GP.
I think you need the boots to get to New Kasuto.
It's possible. We're gonna see what Three-Eyed Rock is here. That is... nothing. Just a regular old desert encounter.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Because,
absolutely
you know,
fantastic.
Exactly! Our little lizard friends had some fun. Meanwhile, traiLZ is, duking it out with Rebo. Finally got it to the jackhammer.
Is random today, since, as it usually is with Max Rando, so we don't know what it is. It does look like Patrick is gonna take the River Devil now, actually. And he is, I think, about to find his way to Maze Island. Probably going to go beat that palace right now.
Oh, the River Devil's best friend was used to, open a shortcut. Okay, I'll take it. And now we'll see a little bit more of Maze Island than before.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Vanilla Shuffle does to New Kasuto Head being hidden or not. Patrick's gonna try and see if he can't find an item here in Maze Island on his way to New Kasuto. There's one, and it is invisible, so not helpful. Junk, and won't be looking for the second because that is the child, as he knows from a hint. Does, however, need to get to this palace. This is not the fastest way there. Where are you going, Patrick?
I'm trying to figure that out myself. That's,
Because he knows the child's in here. I'm not sure if it's worth digging Maze Island for the child to get jump. Because that's what he's doing right now. Well, there it is, so not too long of a dig. Good. I would have been a bit more concerned if he had spent a good couple minutes looking for a child he probably doesn't need. In any case, there it is. traiLZ getting his pee bag off the desert tile. And it is indeed a vanilla child as well.
If I even randomize this, with certain things. I am so sorry. I know.
And, yep, that is Death Mountain. Patrick, what are you doing?
Well, you gotta earn that t-shirt somehow. Yep.
Well, I guess, okay, it is looking more and more possible that there may not be... Well, it is Vanilla Shuffled East, and this, and the placement of landmarks is looking kind of terrible today. I'm actually starting to wonder if the remaining 2 palaces on the east are actually both blocked behind Boots access at the rate we're going, because I'm not seeing a way off the part of the east they started on. I'm starting to wonder if Petra's looking for Boots, actually, now that I think about it. Though he should still beat this palace here, because he's here. There we go. And it's P2. P5, sorry. Wrong statue. P5, also a nice forest green.
Let's see. And we have traiLZ going in to get the 3rd best staff, up staff.
Yeah, so currently the parts of the east we've only gotten access to the vanilla raft tile area and the vanilla southern portion of the map. We don't have access to the northernmost portion, We don't have access to the new Kasuto area. Patrick, unfortunately, getting a hit. Tried his best, but it just didn't work out. We're missing
Yeah,
access to
those
the
were
northern parts of the map. We're missing access, obviously, to the ocean island. We're missing access to the new Kasuto area of the eastern map. There is like one hammerable rock over to a little bit of land. I think there might be one thing Trails can check over there, but mostly I think they might actually be boots locked out of the rest of this east at this point. Vanilla Shuffle breaks my brain a bit, so I'm not 100% sure.
And, I'm looking at this. This is just interesting all around, especially with just trying to figure out where are the boots. And that is a weird setup for the elevator.
That elevator's kind of annoying.
Yeah. Oh no. Meanwhile, Trails
decides he doesn't like it.
Yeah, Patrick kind of noped out of that, and Trails is going right in. I said right in? I meant to say right out. Oh my goodness. So.
And that's a point. We know that the boots are in the east. Trails did get a hint for them earlier, I believe. I'm not sure if Patrick saw it. But they must be in New Kasuto or P-Back Cave. We've seen the other checks. We've seen the other item locations. Except for the water tile, which they obviously can't do without boots.
Ooh, 0.
As far as what platform these guys are playing on, I think Patrick might play on console and Trails might be an emulator player. I could have it wrong. Trails is going to find the items here. I think Trails has also figured out that it's a boot seed. We have not seen Death Mountain locations.
No.
Mirai, the boots have been hinted to be in the east. I'm not sure. Wait, as we get a candle here in 5. The boots are in the east. I'm just not sure what landmarks are left that we haven't seen that are accessible to these guys. Okay, the Vanilla Desert tile location might be the only place left, looking at my map, they can get to.
Yeah. Exactly.
The Vanilla Desert tile is the only location left. Not the desert tile itself, the Vanilla Desert tile location. On the map.
Wasn't the desert tile a P-bag?
No, not the desert tile itself, the vanilla tile where the desert tile is in the vanilla game.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Like the actual, literal vanilla location of the desert tile. It's labeled as Secret 13 on the map I just posted in chat.
Oh, okay, I actually know it as Secret 13.
It's hammerlocked, by the way, that particular one, if you don't have boots, and it looks like they don't have boots. That might be where they need to go with this ring. Yeah, it's a 5-timer. We found GP on the west. They just can't find a 5th palace right now, because I think if that Secret 13 is the last palace, that would also work, but there's gotta be something there they can access, or the seed's been funky. Something's gone wrong.
It won't be the first time for me to do something like a funky seed. Oh man, sorry about that.
Because they've seen, I think, most of the rest of the east that's accessible to them. Trails hasn't broken that rock to go over to Secret 13 because it's so out of the way for one thing. But that might be their only option.
Yeah, I'm starting to think so too, because I was about to ask if he busted open that rock, but he didn't.
He did not, and Patrick doesn't have the hammer, so,
That's even worse. And
yeah,
that looks like a loop.
It was a loop.
Oh boy. So,
because yeah, the hammer was in P1. Patrick beat Horsehead and got out of there. Trail stuck around, so Patrick will need to get back to P1 for that hammer by the looks of it.
Ooh, and that's not exactly nearby right now from where they're at.
Not at all. Patrick's gonna full clear the east before he heads back to the west.
Yeah, that's
Because
going
he
to be an
knows that.
absolute best location.
Because even though he might not know where the boots are. He does know he's running out of places, and it's either hammer or boots to get him somewhere or anywhere in this east, because they're locked out of it.
No, Royale Patrick did not get the hint. It was traiLZ that got the hint.
That's what I thought. Yeah. They're looking for so he's looking for an item either way, but that's good for traiLZ that Patrick doesn't have a hint. They're both also just seriously lost in P5 right now. This is being P5. It is the longest palace outside of GP usually, and we can tell this is not a fun GP. This is not a fun P5.
Yeah. But, you know, this is Gooma's palace. And, you know, when you gotta go to Gooma's palace, it always has to be something difficult, you know? Because Gooma, right now, he's probably working on his tan. He doesn't have time for this, so that's why he entrusts everybody to go and take care of business for him. Speaking of Gooma, it's on Patrick's side.
I was gonna say, if Gooma's indoors, how does he tan? But he's actually right next to an outdoors room, so he can go outside whenever he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, this palace is very blocked. It's Gooma's down pretty quickly on attack 6. And Patrick did get the candle out of here, so we'll see where he goes next in his hunt for a hammer or boots.
Now,
traiLZ is a little bit behind in overworld exploration, I think, but I don't know how long it takes Patrick to get back to P1 at this point.
From a leveling perspective, traiLZ is also way behind with only attack 4. And to be honest, with how things have been going, especially with Rebo Surfing Shark, you know, you want to maybe get a little higher, because you can never know. I mean, attack 4 kill Gooma, possibly, but the last thing you don't want to happen is to have like a whole bunch of, you know, maces to your face. Even though you're on life 7, Gooma can be rough if you don't have, you know, really good attacks.
For sure. Patrick did not get this P bag earlier, so checking this cave and gonna up A. We'll see where he chooses to go, because he wasn't far from the raft tile there.
Yeah. I think.
Oh good, he's back in 1. This is really good for Patrick, because he needs this hammer at this point.
Absolutely. But no, isn't this P5? No, that's P1.
No,
I saw the windows, yeah.
No, traiLZ is in P1, traiLZ is in 5, Patrick was just in 5. They do have the exact same shade of green, which is confusing.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, and it's even the same pattern too, this parquet pattern I like to call it, where you've got the alternating horizontal vertical pairs.
Yeah. It wasn't
like
until I saw the windows. Yeah, it wasn't until I saw the windows that it was P1, but holy moly, that is just weird. It's just Rando trying to confuse our viewers. As for finding a Thunder location hint, we are just hypothesizing right now because we have no idea. But right now, the general consensus is New Kasuto.
It's process of elimination. We've seen everything else. It's New Kasuto. Okay, good. That was a pretty fast hammer hunt for Patrick. He just needs to... He unfortunately does not know that it is in fact... Death Mountain for the hammer. For the boots, he's gonna go to P4 and everywhere else for those boots first, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, going back to P4 and getting rewarded with a P bag.
Yeah, because I might have at least checked that one secret tile first before heading into other palaces. Because if that one secret tile is a palace, you're done.
Very true.
Because we don't know what that secret tile is. It could be, it probably isn't a palace. It should be the boots, but the game gets a little stupid at times with placing things. We've been there. See, Randomizer is good, but the map rando does on rare occasions glitch out of it.
Yes, Zero, I agree with you. It's going to be a bit of a time sink because, we all know Palace 4 has Trasharoo, and
traiLZ here on the other side, though, is heading for that Hammer Rock. Gonna dip into P3 first to reset, and then... right, he has not seen that yet. He doesn't... He's gonna... Patrick still has a little time. traiLZ is going to clear out the south part of things, realize there's not a palace down here, and then go check that Hammer Rock, because he does have that hammer, and should know boots are in the east, and he's also looking for his boots. He won't find them either. They are not here in the southern part of the map. We're not sure where they are exactly, but they're not in the southern part of the map. They're elsewhere.
Animus is asking a very good question. Do you gamble for Thunder? And Star, what do you think? Because I would gamble for Thunder, honestly, because, we're dealing with long GP. Yes, Darkling could be left and Thunderbird is right, and we have a Chroma situation. But it would be really bad to dip deep into a long GP and then find out Thunderbird is required and it's like 10 rooms away and you have to literally up A and then traverse that all over again. So, me being safe...
in better news. He is finding out what is this desert tile location, actually. This is the P-bag for Patrick, and that is a cave to... somewhere. That is a pass-through cave.
Yes.
traiLZ not fully exploring the southern part of the map, which will save him. I think he was hitting bits parts of it earlier, so he just finished the rest of it and is going to go through here, see where it takes him. I think Patrick's looking for his Death Mountain connector now. I forget where that was exactly, but it's somewhere around here. And that was connected to the Nukasudo area, and there it is, Nukasudo.
Yep.
Which should have boots.
And it was hidden.
Yes,
yep, it was hidden.
Hammer double required. This should have boots as well as Thunder.
And this is a great find for traiLZ. Great find.
This is progression. We've seen everything else in the game that's doable. That other than Death Mountain, which does not have boots. Boots aren't often the deciding factor in Z2R races, but this boots hint is really paying off for traiLZ, getting a trophy he doesn't need in Nukasudo.
Yes,
Cave at least is a very quick find for Patrick. Won't be anything he needs, we know, but it'll be nice. traiLZ, where are you going?
Catch how many magic jars was needed for Grandma.
Oh, he can't go into Grandma's basement. That is a problem.
Yeah, because we need that as the trigger.
Oh dear. I thought the trophy was in the Grandma's basement, but that's good for Patrick. traiLZ is on the magic jar hunt. Uh-oh. This just got spicy. There's one
and
of
there
the
goes
hammer
number
things.
6. Oh, man.
So that's good for Patrick, but when does traiLZ get to that magic jar? And where
That's
are the
very
other two?
That is a very good question because traiLZ, now it's time of the essence, to
That's
find
really good for Patrick. I mean, nothing's over till it's over, especially since it is long GP. But it always feels bad when you miss a hit the way Patrick had for those boots. But the magic jar hunt is good. Once Patrick does find Spectacle Rock, he should hopefully get back to the east. And go find his boots. Jules is rechecking the east, I think, right now, double checking the map to make sure he didn't miss his landmark somewhere. Unfortunately, we know he's not going to get much of anywhere. This is a caldera Death Mountain, because we just saw that caldera there on Patrick's side. It might be the only magic container available. We have 2 missing palaces. They could both be the remaining magic jars. See, it could be that mean.
That would be absolutely horrible. And funny at the same time. Not for traiLZ, who's probably wondering, where is my Emmer Cave?
Or where's my magic disc? You know, here's something else that this reminds me of. I largely wasn't thinking all that much of it, but this seed took a little while to generate. It got stuck on Death Mountain a bit. I wonder where the Spectral Rock got stuck in today. Because it's gonna take a bit to find, it looks like, for Patrick. He's going to cross the caldera now, but I hope it's not too long, because traiLZ will get that magic jar and leave immediately. traiLZ just needs to get to Death Mountain first. I'm not sure where he's going right now.
Maybe Link is going to phone a friend. I have absolutely no idea. I think at this point, traiLZ is hoping for anything that would hold a magic container for him. So, I don't think it would lock the other 2 out the picture altogether. But
it could, Krista. Depends, because we're missing 2 palaces and the water tile. Those 3 item locations that could have both magic jars, remaining magic jars. Okay, here's the Hammer Cave for traiLZ.
Yes.
I really hope Patrick gets this Spectacle Rock soon, because he needs to get out of here.
Absolutely. And this was a big find for traiLZ, or else his search would have been probably have to dip in full clear palaces. And considering one of the palaces is Palace 6, which can be
They don't have access to 6. That's one of the ones that's locked behind boots.
Oh yeah, that's the boot locked one. Oh no.
They are missing the item in 3, actually. They spent a while in there, but did not find it. That is a hilarious dead end for Patrick. Feels bad, though. But yeah, 3 was, I think, the only other check left. Or never mind, 3 was a P-back, thank you. I apparently missed
it. Yeah, 3 was worthless.
Okay, so yeah, this was a literal only magic jar available. We've seen everything else. No ifs, ands, or buts, you needed this magic jar. traiLZ is actually walking back out of here. The raft tile is a pretty long way from start, and Death Mountain Hammer Cave was not far from the entrance of Death Mountain, so this actually genuinely might be faster.
I think it is too.
This Spectral Rock
is a nasty overworld.
Animus, this is a caldera Death Mountain. Patrick walked through it earlier. Did not find Spectacle Rock, decides, maybe it's not worth it. Hopefully he remembers that one secret tile exists. It is somewhat seriously forgettable, but he needs to remember it exists. Nope. Back in he goes.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Hmm.
traiLZ trying to remember how to get back.
And this is why Hyrulean GPSs kind of, are broke, because traiLZ is a bit lost on Death Mountain. And,
he is a bit. Patrick is wandering purposefully.
Well, maybe Patrick is having a sabbatical and taking a long walk, just to say...
there's Spectral Rock. Jeez, game. Although traiLZ is also looking for Spectral Rock, it looks like. Okay, game. Okay, there were 2 magic jars available, both in Death Mountain.
That's when you get a good goofy laugh going. Something like that.
Thanks, game.
Yes. Trails makes his own way. Yes, absolutely. That's what we'll say. He is finding
Trails
a
is-
new path to success.
Yeah, I will actually say the pun out loud is pretty good. Thanks, Tanner. Trails can't be lost. He can't be lost. Trails is just blazing his own trail. Well, yeah, I do think it. Patrick did pause there upon getting the magic jar from Spectral Rock. He's perhaps wondering what he missed, because that is the vanilla desert tile location is a bit of a dumb place that is easy to forget about.
Alandar Trails is looking for Spec Rock, so he can bonk it.
We can see Patrick's full personal stream on the commentary page, and he typed out upon seeing the magic jar, and then oh yeah, he remembered the hammer rock, and is like, oh, that exists, because I think he thought that was his last location. I don't know what Trails is doing, Elendar. He got the boots in. He's just wandering. Patrick forgot this was the thing here.
Elendar, he's forsoothing. He is going on a quest, a voyage. And that is his story, and he's gonna stick to it. Well, he's on his way to New Kasuto. So...
Animus, there might not be a connection cave that goes north, but there has to be. We believe there should be a pair of boots here in New Kasuto, just because otherwise this seed's a bit busted. More than just a bit. But there should be a pair of boots behind Grandma and 6 magic jars, which actually Patrick is going to beat Trails to here. And skip the spell tower for a trophy he definitely never needs. Get trophy, figure out where, find a palace, and get out of here.
Grandma at least did have the boots. It wasn't on 7, but 6. We'll take it.
Yeah, Mirai did catch that number earlier, thankfully for us.
And now...
Yeah, despite everything, they're basically tied. I am confused why Trails just obeyed after getting boots.
Oh no, he forgot to get Thunder.
Although, why is he going back to the west anyway? The boots do nothing over here. Trails?
Oh, Trails, you forgot
What?
New Kasuto has Thunder. Oh dear.
Not just that, but why is he back on the west? He's done everything here but GP, and he can't get to GP until he beats a palace.
Well, maybe Trails is surveying for new land to put up a new town to have Thunder in, because that's the only thing I can think of.
I'm not sure why Patrick's here either, to be honest, because they don't need the west right now. They've done everything here. Why are you guys in the west?
I don't... It was 7 and not 6? I thought it was 6. To open
magic
Grandma.
container requirements for spells are off.
Yeah.
Okay, Patrick is back to the east. Thank you. I was like, why the heck are you in the west, dude? This is going nowhere. Trails is also in the east now. Good. They're looking for a palace, which is not there. It looks like one is right there for Trails, the other's probably about in the Vanilla Darunia location then. Good. Cheese game. Trails, why are you... Trails seeing what I assume was 6 there and going for 2 instead, since that's usually shorter.
Just a bit concerned about him skipping over Thunder, because that's going to be a great big old disappointment if he goes into GP and finds out that, Thunderbird is actually required. That would be a real feels bad man moment.
That is an extremely bright 2. Yikes! On Trails' side. Thankfully a fair bit gentler for Patrick, but what? That's bright. That is really, really bright.
Yeah, see, I have transition lenses, so bright doesn't bother me too much. As for the wish that this is a short 2, that's all up to Hammerhead.
Yeah, this is a finals caliber siege. Krista, you were mad about how nice this started. Well, let's see. 2 boots-locked palaces, where both runners, where you needed 6 magic jars to get those boots, with both the 5th and 6th the 6th and 7th magic jars in Death Mountain. Not the nicest to end, Krista. Good going there.
Yes! Yes, the prophecy has been fulfilled.
They are going on different routes as they find, oh, hey, a heart container in 6 for traiLZ. So we'll see who finds Helmet Head here first. Largely not looking at traiLZ because that is painful on the eyes, actually. It's a little bit too bright.
I'll bear it. I'll watch the Pepto pink. Oh boy, because my glasses are not affected by it, and Chad is under the impression I'm colorblind anyway. But that's what we have right here on traiLZ's side, a very weak Helmet Head.
Yeah, and Patrick is going somewhere that's not Helmet Head, since they took different routes. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
Had only had 3 whopping heart containers. Oh my
Very
goodness.
fast.
He forgot his Flintstone vitamins. Oh, Hyrulean Flintstone vitamins, Midna vitamins, something vitamins. Oh man, that's not good. Poor Helmet Head.
traiLZ, where are you going?
I wonder if traiLZ realizes that, I kind of forgot my, my thunder.
This cave is not the way back, though. I'm not sure where he's going, but that's not the way back.
The scenic route. It's the scenic route to nowhere.
It is very much the scenic route to nowhere as he finds Risen Feedback Cave. 104.23 is GP for Patrick, but yeah, traiLZ is... Getting Thunder is good. Taking the scenic route is not. Okay, he's up.
Yeah, it's interesting. And for those of you in chat, I am so sorry. Barba will not be making an appearance today. So we can put F's in the chat for poor Barba, who never got, their moment to shine.
104.51, so just under half a minute behind.
So what is going to decide this? Thunder.
Thunder very well could be it if Patrick takes T-Bird and traiLZ doesn't. And either that's the choice or it isn't.
Yeah, the only thing traiLZ can hope for right now is that, if Thunderbird does make an appearance, it's in the first couple of rooms. So that way holy moly, I forgot it. Rather than have T-Bird, our Thunder Chicken well hidden deep in to GP, that would be an absolute disaster.
Yeah, this could go both ways, but that is the major difference between them right now. They're otherwise close in levels, 667 versus 567, but traiLZ is good enough the difference in attack levels shouldn't matter. Mostly it's gonna be that Thunder that's gonna make a difference for these two, either because Patrick does a T-Bird that's not required, or T-Bird is required and Patrick saves time.
Yep.
One way or the other, that's the real difference between these two right now. Also, big shout out to the fact that this is a pretty nice shade of spring green. Not too bad on the eyes, nice to look at. That is the Chicken Squad out in force! Jeez, on traiLZ's side.
All hail the Chicken Squad!
That is a lot of chickens!
Bill from Kill Bill would be proud of the chickens right now, because that was just a whole mess of pain. Holy moly, those chickens, they just usurped traiLZ's life. It's like here today, gone tomorrow.
Oh, more chickens! Oh my goodness, that is, I don't blame traiLZ. He's like, no, is his opinion to that chicken room.
And everybody knows in chat, this is how I feel.
That is also T-Bird on Patrick's side. Doesn't have magic for Thunder, so it's gonna look elsewhere for now, but might be back later. But yeah, I don't blame Trails for looking at the second waffle and deciding, I really don't want to deal with chicken right now. I'm out of here.
Yep. Yep. And you know, the interesting part is, imagine if this chicken laden path is the way to Dark Link and Thunder Chicken is not required. Oh man, that would be just,
spicy. Literally.
yes, that would be the most awesome thing we could possibly see right now. You know?
Other than the required T-bird, that route being required would probably be the next best. 6 chickens of all varieties. I think is every single type of chicken in that room.
Yes,
You're getting the next chicken in that room. No avoiding it. Speaking of chickens, here's another one.
And this is a really multiple path, choose your own adventure type of, you know, GP. There's so many options for you to traverse. It's like, oh man, where do I go? And then you see a whole bunch of, you know, evil chickens, and you're like, nah, I'm good. I'm straight. We'll go the other route.
Yep, these guys actually, I think, just went through 2 different chicken waffles and syrup rooms. I may have just gotten lost. Not sure which.
Yeah,
these are different chicken and waffles rooms. Here's the regular waffle room, this time with just a couple neighbors in the start. Not bad. And there's a chicken.
See, and we have Trails who's just being manhandled. Oh, on the other side. Whew. So we'll be seeing a death pretty soon, and unfortunately for Trails, having no health versus a bunch of flying, you know, baddies that want to beat you down does not help. Oh man.
Yep. Patrick did win against the first blue chicken knight there in his own waffle room. Did die to this one here. But yeah, these waffle rooms are sucky for flying head enemies because there's really no way to avoid them when you're in the middle of a waffle. You just have to take the hit. Yeah, the regular waffle rooms are nice for chickens because you can keep them if they're in the middle of a waffle because you can keep them locked in. But they're really nasty for flying head enemies because you can't avoid them.
And you know, there was someone earlier who mentioned a specific name, but yeah, these guys are really putting the mat to everybody. You know, the chickens are just tossing knives. They are the true cluck squad, and you gotta love it. And now
more waffles. This is a new one as well. I did not see this one earlier. This is yet another waffle room. Lots of waffles. Oh, that's yet another waffle room that Kingbot's new. More chickens.
And you know,
or at least I think we've been seeing mostly distinct waffles. It's hard to tell sometimes. Yeah, no, and we've had a few very similar waffle rooms with slightly different enemy sets. It's actually getting kind of confusing.
Yeah,
we've seen like 6 different waffle rooms of both 2 types so far. Both the waffles and syrup and the traditional waffle rooms. More chickens on Chill's side. Getting triple teamed by 2 oranges and a red. That was a dead end for Patrick, dealing with the spicy chicken here. It's a really good thing they have 5 lives. This GP would be brutal on 2.
I think I wanted 1 life. Oh man, if this was 1 life, these runners would be having absolute purity heck. And, you know, I probably would be banned from seed rolling.
I don't think the randomizer can actually go as low as 1 life. I think 2 is the minimum, but 2 lives would be miserable on this chicken-laden mess.
Yeah, alright, then we could go 2 lives.
Also, here's another waffle room that we haven't seen. These fireballs are definitely new for Trails. More waffles!
VXR, I did want a 1 heart container. Star and I were talking about that because I had wanted a 1 heart 2 life seed, but I don't think they would have fared very well anyway. We would have had to re-roll it. I have a feeling they would have been like, re-roll, please. Especially long GP 1 heart container only. Oh boy.
Another waffles and syrup room here for Patrick. Animus says that Patrick has just found his way up to the path that traiLZ is on. Which you would be correct. These 2 waffles and syrup rooms look familiar. So Patrick is currently behind
traiLZ. This already. Yeah.
So this is Patrick is doing what we've already seen. traiLZ is in the Chicken Squad's waffle room again.
Yep.
Giving it another go.
Part 2. It went all the way back. Yes, Animus, it was absolutely that rude to go that far only to get kicked back to the front. So this may start to look like that Thunderbird might be required.
Either the Thunderbird or the Chicken Squad waffle room, because that Chicken Squad waffle room is pretty rude.
I know. Everywhere, chickens. Oh. Yes. And traiLZ just noped out of it. You know what? This is
might have needed to get his lives back, having gone through all the waffles, which is where Patrick is currently going.
Yeah, he might have been really low, but I don't think traiLZ has seen Thunderbird yet.
He is not.
Yes, we were just mentioning. Wish we just were mentioning about the Cluckchuck, and you predicted it, my friend. You absolutely predicted it. Star, remember when we were talking about the new name for our ninja chickens, and the person in chat is the person who gave that name idea. They really, it's great. This is just one very mean GP. Ooh.
It is. As Animus points out, it's gonna take a while for Patrick to figure out this is a loop-de-loop. So traiLZ has got a bit of time right now. Patrick has also not seen the Chicken Waffles room from hell.
No, not yet. I think the chickens are literally waiting and going, wait till they get a load of me, and their best Jack Nicholson Joker voice. And
it's looking like either the chickens or the T-Bird, or that specific set of chickens or T-Bird look to likely be required at the rate we're going.
Yep. And for traiLZ, the only way he can go is right now that chicken laden room. Without it, and he has to fight T-Bird, the only thing he can do is yodel at it. Because he has no thunder, just kind of sing to it in hopes he likes your singing and hope for the best. But
and there is traiLZ catching sight of T-Bird. Because I'm not certain yet, especially because it's long GP and my sense of direction's atrocious. I'm not sure, but it's looking more and more like we are looking at chickens of some kind. Okay, here's what I think is the last set of waffles. Patrick should figure out this is a loop soon. I hope. Could be wrong, but I think this is near the end of the loop for Patrick, this particular set of waffles and syrup rooms.
Yeah, and wait till he sees that elevator.
Oh, he's gonna be mad when he sees that.
Yep.
traiLZ is back at it with the waffles. We know that I don't think this is it, but I could be wrong. We've seen a lot of waffle rooms today.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. traiLZ, seeing Thunderbird, I know in the back of his mind, he's like, why did I just nope out of New Kasuto?
I still don't know why he did that, honestly.
I'm guessing he was gambling on Thunderbird being not required.
Possible.
I
Patrick made a
think
smart choice a couple rooms back, casting Thunder twice to get rid of a chicken since he was already low on life, and certainly wasn't going to keep back T-Bird on it, so might as well. And this is him
it,
finding out, oh, it's a loop. Great.
not
At the
just
bottom of
me.
this elevator shaft is Chicken's Fiesta waffle room. He's gonna skip that for now and head right. Yeah, since traiLZ did skip Thunder for whichever reason, he's not going back until he confirms T-Bird's required. I think he's also
Yeah.
back in the loop right now, because that
Yeah.
blue chicken knight in this room looks familiar, but
Oh, absolutely. And that's one of the tragedies of when you gamble on not going into GP, missing a vital item. Sometimes like upstab, or thunder, because you could always find that block there, and when you do find it, it hurts, especially if you have to go far to find the item again.
This might be new on Patrick's side, and we're saying that we don't
This is
think he doesn't think
100%
he's seen this
new.
yet. Okay, so this could be it. This isn't the Chicken Fiesta room, and this isn't T-Bird. Missed this path earlier. Long GP is long. So this could be our answer. traiLZ is still stuck in the Waffles Galore loop right now. It's big, but GP's so long that even this big loop is still only like a third of the palace, it feels like.
I
That
think
is that
traiLZ is gonna loop. Oh,
I mean, what else do I call the room with 6 chickens and waffles? Chicken Fiesta works. Carol, we have seen T-Bird.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's looking like there is our two main options currently look to be either T-Bird or a room with or a waffle room with 6 chickens in it, which I am calling the Chicken Fiesta room for short.
At this point, I really think that Patrick should go ahead and fight T-Bird at this point, just to rule it out.
I think
because
so. Thunder wasn't really out of the way, as a side note. It was in New Kasuto as well as Boots. traiLZ just chose to skip it for unknown reasons. We don't know why.
No, not at all.
I'm more confused why traiLZ skipped it than anything else. We'll see what that does. It could be fine if it turns out that the Chicken Fiesta room is the choice. I think traiLZ was low on lives and up 8 out of that path, but and is back in the Waffles loop, but I could be wrong.
I'm proud of my chickens. They came to work today.
Oh, they did. They definitely did. Speaking of chickens, here's 2 more. Who do suicide, thanks. And traiLZ has decided to up A. I'm not sure if he did see
Thunder.
that Chicken Fiesta room. He might have included that's a loop, I'm actually not sure, but he is going for Thunder. One way or the other.
Yeah, I think now traiLZ is going back to New Kasuto and picking up that Thunder spell, probably wondering why I forgot it when I was there, and just go on to face the Thunder Chicken,
Lag galore in that room before T-Bird for Patrick. Chicken's lagging came out considerably as he arrives on T-Bird. Tech 6 making very quick dent in T-Bird already.
Yeah.
That's 3 bars down very fast. This is a squishy T-Bird today. And we'll see if T-Bird's the answer. Seems like it from the way traiLZ bailed.
Yeah, I think so too. And that was what we were just talking about, Star. Thunder being it. The it factor. In this case,
this is the right path, which it is, because that's GG's, or traiLZ could have found Darkling past the Chicken Fiesta.
Yeah. And you gotta feel bad for Trails because Trails was in, you know, in New Kasuto and made the decision to nope out of it. Meanwhile, we do have on Patrick's side, Patrick's not going for Kenko kill. Now Patrick is going for Kenko kill.
Alright, and
Yeah.
there we go. GG's to Trails. So Patrick, sorry, Brain. Wow. 122-32, taking the first game of Grand Finals.
All right. And let's see if either runner will be coming in to have a wonderful talk with Liloas.
Yeah, so it looks like Patrick will be joining us. Trails did not. Apparently it was just a brain fart. Just completely derped Thunder in Nikasudo, and, well, that's how it goes sometimes. GG.
Yeah, I just read that in chat. Oh, no. Okay. And let us.
So yeah, feel free to. There we are. GG's to Patrick, and let's switch over to the interview scene as well as congrats on the win.
Yeah,
Thank you.
already put us in the interview thing. GG's, Patrick.
Thanks. Yeah, I was
Oh.
concerned after I found Thunderbird right before Darklink, but I guess Trails got stuck on the boot, so I was pretty lucky there.
That's actually an interesting story. So as we noted in the race time room, Jules just kind of derped Thunder. Apparently, we were wondering how he managed to skip it, because he got his hammer first trip through P1. Found Nukasudo a few minutes before you did, Patrick. Only had 5 magic jars at the time. He did have a hint for boots in the east, which helped. He found Nukasudo, only had 5 magic jars, got trophy, skipped Thunder for whichever reason, went to Death Mountain as you did for the magic jars, went back to Nukasudo, got boots that time, and didn't get Thunder either trip. Just forgot.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That's how I lost my first race to Trails. A year ago, I guess. I just left something in a spot that I just walked by and never went back until like an hour later. So it happens, and it sucks when it does.
Yeah, we were wondering, but that makes sense. Sometimes you just forget it, and that's what happened to Trails today. Just derped on Thunder, which feels bad.
Yes, it does. How did you like my friends? Also in GP, Patrick.
The life level and the attack level seemed like they were really effective this seed, so it wasn't that bad. Like, I think the blue chickens went down in 2 or 3 hits, so it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, Trails was on 566. Like, there was something like had one less attack level than you, and I think attack 5 wasn't quite as effective. I think you second last path T-Bird or something close to it. The last one was a really, really brutal waffle room at the bottom of an elevator, Patrick. 6 chickens.
Oh man. Yeah, once I found that giant loop after on the alternate path to Thunderbird, I figured I just want to go see what's behind him before I try like another giant branch.
Yeah, you guys both actually found that loop from opposite sides. I think you figured out it was a loop first. But it did take a little. But that was a bit of a nasty one. Trails checked out the chicken fiesta room with a whole lot of chickens, 6 chickens in a waffle.
It was
a
beautiful.
It was quite
beautiful.
A sight. He got through a few rooms. I'm not sure if he thought it was a loop or just ran low on lives or something, but he tried that, and then just ate and went looking for Thunder, I assume. And that's about when you finished.
Yeah. Well, would have been close otherwise. So
it was. You guys were
got
30
lucky again.
seconds of getting in.
I feel like I get lucky against Trails the last couple of times. So I'm once more, hopefully.
Yeah, we saw you get very confused about the map there when you found that second magic jar in Death Mountain because you didn't get the boots in.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. One boulder in the east.
It's a really easily forgettable. I had to pull up a vanilla map of the game. That's where the desert tile is in vanilla, by the way. Because I was like, what is left? Something's missing here, and I'm not remembering what. Because Shell's got a hint for the boots in the east. I don't remember where, just that he did. So it's like, it's got to be somewhere, but where are they? Because we're locked out of this place.
Yeah, when I found the hammer in P1, that was really concerning to me because of Trails found it on the first pass, like he apparently did. That could have been really bad. Just
Yeah.
unlock the seat a lot faster.
Yeah, he also about last overall location, I guess. Anyway, last location that desert tile in the that desert tile location in the east, but didn't have the magic jars for it at the time. So in some ways, not getting that boots and helped you a little because you did get the magic jars out of Death Mountain earlier. It ended up being pretty close overall. You guys beat palaces at around the same time. If it had been a 5 magic jar GP, if 5 magic jar boots, and Trails hadn't forgotten Thunder, this could have gone differently.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for commentating, and good game to Trails. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. GG's.
Hey, thanks again.
Yep. Thanks to Race as always.
Yes, thank you so much, Patrick, for giving us one heck of a battle with Trails. Trails, if you're listening, thank you so very much for giving us one heck of a great game. Please remember to follow our runners, Trails and Patrick. They would love to have your support. We had, as always, on tracking Royale with Cheese, who did an excellent job. And we had the host with the most, Star here. I'm just kind of tagging along for the ride. But let's talk about tomorrow and what we have set up. We have for tomorrow, as mentioned, we do have the Great Race game number 2, which will be happening tomorrow at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Time, in which we're going to be seeing Patrick versus Trails Part 2. And that's going to be on ZSR1. So be sure to absolutely watch it. You got to be here for it. Also, on May 10th, we do have at 9:10 p.m. the Link to the Past Challenge Cup. We have Amarith versus Ms. Metroid, which is a very good battle. That one's going to be on ZSR2. And then if at 10 o'clock, provided that Patrick and Trails don't have a really long match, we will have our Zelda 2 Randomizer weekly race right here on ZSR. For those who want to join, absolutely. We welcome the competition and having you guys race for all of our new viewers. Hey, you got to show us what this community can do. So, on that note, Star and all of our beloved chat, and thank you again to our tracker. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night and take care. Hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.
See you tomorrow.